Well, good afternoon, everybody. We're here at the
So-
game, senior night here, softball game for the varsity players from Bedford High versus Nashua South. My name's Steve Tempesta. I'm here with my good friend Jason Bergeron to watch the game and sort of call the action. Jay, tell us a little bit about these two teams.
Yeah, this is going to be a fun matchup. Again, senior night, a lot of emotion just happened there. A lot of the teams, the seniors just having their moment with their families. Hard work, dedication gets to this point. Talking about this game, though, this is a big Division I game here for Bedford especially. Bedford is right in the middle of the playoff mix. They have 3 games left and really need at least 2 of the next 3 to really kind of make sure they solidify their space in the playoffs here. They're 7-8 on the season, playing against this Nashua South team that is had a tough year. They're 2-13, so they really need to come out on this senior night and put some runs on the board and get this victory so they can move on to the rest of this week and hopes of making the playoffs.
Well, first strikeout of the game right there, 2-2 count. Really took a little something off that pitch. Well, it's an exciting thing. We just saw the girls out here with their families, like you mentioned. They got some big photos, some action photos. It's really great. I like what Bedford High is doing for these guys. It's an exciting time. Seniors, off to college. So we'll kind of run through some of those players, some information about them as we move along. But, this is a good day. So,
yeah,
what they need here, as you mentioned, is a couple of victories to finish up, end up on a positive note so that they can just kind of get into the playoffs. And you never know. Playoffs are different than anything else, right? So
yeah, they sure are. The playoffs start a new season here. One of the things for Bedford this year, it's the tale of 2 seasons. They started the year off 2-7, and then on the last 7 games, they've gone 5-2. So they've really kind of turned it up, and they've got the right things going, and the bats are hot. It's been fun to watch. Talking about today's game to start, we got Erin McCarthy on the mound, senior leader. She's going to be in the circle, and from the battery perspective, she's going to be pitching down to Katie LeMay at catcher. So a senior battery, really the leaders of this team right from the pitch. So that's another ball there. We got 2-2 on the batter. So we did miss the first batter. There was a strikeout there by Erin McCarthy.
Yeah.
We have Gillis up now for Nashua, and it's a 2-2 count here with 1 out in the top of the
looked
first.
like a really close pitch. Must have been just hanging out to the outside here. Full count. But you're right. We got a quick little late jump on this game, but that's okay.
Yeah.
We're here. We're enjoying it. Beautiful weather. Beautiful day. A little foul ball. Nice day for a softball game.
Oh, this is perfect.
We have the wind to our back, so that means the wind's kind of tailing out towards left center. Hopefully, we might be able to catch a home run here today.
You'll see. If they get some balls up into that wind today, there could be some going on to that tennis court back there.
Foul ball.
We'll see. We got a full count here to the batter Gillis of Nashua. Rounding out the rest of the field here for Bedford, we got Delaney Godert at third base. We got Bella Scudo at shortstop. We got Ashley Bergeron at second base. We got Delaney Martell at first. And then in center field, look at the next pitch here by Erin. Ground ball to
Right back to the pitcher.
Oh, foul off her foot.
Off the foot. Oh, I thought it was going to be a good play here. First
Yeah.
pitcher to first, but no, off the foul ball off her foot.
So in the outfield, we got in center field, we got Caitlin Duquette. We got in left field, Kyliana Gardner, and in right field, Anna Caldwell.
Oh, little pop to center, just over the reach of Bergeron for a single. So second batter really worked the count, fouled 1 off, fouled 2 off, and then just a little poke to the outfield for a single. So
yeah, solid at bat there. I mean, that's what you call a quality at bat, right? Quab. We always talk about those.
Absolutely.
Long count.
I don't talk about it. I'm usually a first pitch swinger.
Couple fouls here and there, and then just kind of getting a lazy base hit to center field. But now we got a runner on first with 1 out, and we got DeRusha at the plate. She'll be the pitcher for Nashua when they come out onto the field.
Well, I'm told she's a senior as well. She's heading off to college. She's a junior. She got another year, but she's going to be heading off to college, maybe playing at Nazarene. I talked to her dad before the game.
Very cool.
I know her dad. So she's a good player, probably a very good hitter. I don't know. Have you seen Nashua this season?
I have not. We have not seen them this season, so
Okay.
I am not sure. I'm not aware of any of their players.
I
really.
would suspect the batter in the 3 spot is probably one of their top hitters. So the outfield's going to be ready. Nice pitch, just to the outside. Catcher can't hold on, but no advance.
So we got a 2-2 count now. Still that runner on first base with 1 out in the top of the first here. Exciting, these parents. This is one of the larger crowds we're going to have for, this season. A great day to be out here,
Absolutely.
but senior night, it's great to see the fans here and supporting. And there's another
beautiful pitch. She
strikeout
goes
there
down on
looking.
taking a pitch right there with a 2-2 count. I think she felt like that might have been a little bit high, but it caught the top of the strike zone. So a nice pitch.
So that's the second strikeout now for Aaron McCarthy in the game. So now we have number 4 center fielder Martell for Nashua. There's an attempted steal and thrown out by Katie LeMay to Bella Scudo. Tagged her on just on the shoulder, and she's cut down stealing, and that will end the inning. So after 1, no runs, one hit, no errors for Bedford, and they'll come out in the bottom of the second here, or bottom of the first, and have their at-bats. But a good, solid inning there for Bedford to kick off this game.
Well, having a little discussion. I think the coach is here out talking to the umpire about the way that the position of the fielder when they field that ball, they're kind of in the way of the runner advancing. I don't believe that to be true. I think it was a good play around, but made it definitely a little bit more difficult for the runner to get there. I think she would have been out either way.
Yeah, I think so too. I mean, that throw was on point. Katie LeMay, D1, he's committed to D1 Merrimack College next year, has a great arm and has cut down many runners this season. So that not a surprise for those Bedford fans that have been watching all season long.
Well, I'm excited for the at-bats here. Now, good in the field. You know, last game we did, Bedford struggled in one game and had a bunch of hits.
We just went out live.
Perfect.
So apologize.
Okay. Oh. Well, now that we're live, you know what? We had a little bit of a delay. You'll be able to catch that portion of the game.
We started the game early.
We did start the game early. It was supposed to be
early.
on at 4:30. So we're down here at the ball field, softball field, varsity softball playing Nashua South. Bedford here, senior night. We just talked a little bit about senior night earlier. We'll recap that. But important, you got to catch up with the game. It's the bottom of the first, 0-0. Bedford in the top of the first inning went strikeout, hit, strikeout, and then a thrown player out at second base, catcher to shortstop for caught stealing. So that was the top of the first inning. Here we are on the bottom of the first. Up first,
we got number 3 Aubrey Byer at the plate now. So Aubrey is a freshman this year, hitting leadoff for Bedford. And it looks like DeRusha on the mound, as we thought would be the case for Nashua. And the catcher for Nashua is going to be Rogers, that first batter that we saw in the first inning for Nashua. So 2 balls and no strikes here to Aubrey Byer. And
well, you know, last game we did, I didn't have an opportunity to see Aubrey here playing. Apparently she was on the JV team and really must be having a great season down there. Got pulled up, so good for her to be on the varsity squad now as a freshman. That's quite impressive.
Yeah, she's hitting .302 on the season so far, and you know, having a great run here. Hits leadoff, has a ton of speed. So if she gets on base, we're looking for some action on the base paths for sure. There's a foul ball off her foot. That was sting a little bit. You can see her kind of trying to walk that one off. So we got 2 balls and 2 strikes on Aubrey.
Well, I like that she dug right in and took a good hack at that pitch. Didn't quite get to all of it. Got a little bit of the top of the ball, but just fouled it off the foot. Oh, foul ball again. Nice ball down the left field line, but just couldn't get that to stay fair.
You're going to see some of these Bedford players work on just their timing, right? They haven't seen DeRusha this year thus far. Her velocity is a little bit different than some of the pitchers that they've seen so far, so they're going to have to make an adjustment. What a great play there at third base. And she beats it out. That's the speed we just talked about. So Aubrey's going to get an infield single to third base. She hits it to third base. Third baseman makes a great play, but just not able to catch up with the speed. And there goes some paperwork there. So we're tethered, so we're not going to get that paperwork back.
Unfortunately, we'll get that eventually.
So number 8, Bella Scudo at the plate now. So Bella fouls it off there. One of our seniors on the team this year, and playing in her senior day game here. She's been playing softball for 9 years. Started out right here at BGSL, right at Sevlosky in the BGSL program. That was her rec team. So it's it's fun for her, I'm sure, to have kind of played all of her career right here at Sevlosky and to be wrapping it up as a senior, and she gets hit by the pitch.
Well, we're going to get a hit batsman. Runners on first and second.
A lot of wind here today. We're going to, not like the hockey rinks when we're calling games. There's no wind there. A lot of wind here. So now we got...
usually the wind is just from you and I. That's all
right,
it is.
Exactly. So we got Katie LeMay now to the plate. Katie, as we mentioned earlier, is the catcher for this squad, is committed to play softball at Merrimack College in their upcoming year. And she has had a great season here behind the plate for sure. She is leading the team... let's see. She was leading the team. It's blocked out. I can't see it. So she's leading the team in average. I know that for sure. And if she gets one of these balls up into the
And
into
two
the
runners
wind,
advance on a little bit of miscue by the catcher there. Both runners get to go to second and third. Sorry, Jay.
no problem. If she gets one of these balls up in the wind, she has hit some of the longest home runs I've seen in softball. So when she gets a hold of one, it's going to go for a ride.
Well, it's hopefully she can get a hold of one right now.
That
Good
ball
swing
is-
on that ball. That's going to get to the fence.
That's
Oh,
out.
that's out.
There it is.
Thought that was going to catch the fence right there, but it just carried the distance for a 3-run homer.
3-run home run by Katie LeMay, and that's what you want to do on your senior night, right? First at bat, line drive over the left field fence, and Bedford up quickly 3-0 on Nashua South.
Wow, Bedford right there, 3-0, no outs, really taking it to this Nashua team very, very quickly. Based upon the team's standings at the moment, 2-13, you kind of suspected that they were going to struggle. Their better players are pitcher catcher. The left fielder had no chance on that ball, as that just carried right over her head.
Yeah, that was a line drive shot.
And I didn't think it was going to go out. I really thought it was going to hit that sign out there, the Liberty Hill sign, but it carried the distance here.
Yeah, she hit that hard. So Caitlin Duquette now at the plate, junior this year, and has 3 home runs on the season as well, and a lot of power from that left side. Great left-handed swing that she brings to the plate.
I think this is the player that hit the home run the last game we were at.
Yes, she's got 3 on the year, and again, just a really solid left-handed swing. I really like left-handed swings, as you know. So.
I've heard. Little confusion right there, almost a miscue, but taking charge is the left fielder for a nice grab. First out of the inning, little pop fly to the left fielder.
So we got
1 out.
1 out now in the bottom of the second. 3-0 here at Bedford early on the Katie LeMay home run. We got number 5, Erin McCarthy, to the plate, another senior. This is our senior pitcher. So she's been playing baseball and softball for a long time. She started off by playing t-ball and then transitioned right to softball when she was 5 years old. So she is.
That seems to be a very natural transition.
Natural transition.
A little pop fly to the center fielder. Is she going to make the play? And she does. A beautiful catch right there by the center fielder. She did not give up on that ball and kept coming, and dove and made a nice grab.
Yeah, that was a really, really nice catch by Martell in center field for Nashua. So McCarthy unfortunately gets robbed of one, but
Martell's a senior. She's been around a little bit, so she gets it.
So from a great catch from Martell in center field for Nashua to our senior, Delaney Martell. And she gets hit by the pitch. We don't have much time to talk about what Delaney Martell, but she's hit by the pitch, and she'll take her base. And we'll move on to Delaney Goterch now, number 14. So Delaney at the plate now. Delaney, another senior on this team.
Well, we have 2 outs here. First pitch was a ball.
And this squad is very senior, heavy. So it's a great thing. These kids have been, working hard all their careers to get to these moments. So Delaney Goder, number 11.
Going for a steal. Gotta make it standing up.
Standing up. I'm not sure.
A little risky maneuver right there. I'm not sure I would have been standing up on that play.
On that one.
Might have warranted a slide, but you know what? She saw it the whole way as the ball was towards the shortstop and a little away from the bag, so she saw the whole thing. But still, sliding might have been in her best interest.
So Delaney Goderich at the play here, 8 years, Bedford Girls Softball League she's been playing. She's got a favorite memory. She really likes the team dinners and karaoke on the bus ride. So I don't know. We're not on these bus rides, but there's a lot of karaoke that goes on.
I'm pretty good at karaoke.
I'm pretty good at karaoke, but there's got to be some karaoke going on. She's really going to miss playing with these teammates and all the friends that she's made over the last 8 years playing
Foul
softball.
ball here, coming right at us. Didn't make it. I played a high school sport myself, and I know you did as well. And some of the memories you have is just being with your teammates. And that's
right.
Really, you can win as many games and lose as many games. It doesn't really matter. It's all about time spent with teammates, your friends, lifelong friendships, and so on. And those are all those are the more important aspects of what takes place. High school athletics, there's more to it than winning the state championship.
There
right?
is.
So it's really good. But unfortunately, that was the third out. A little line drive, pop fly to the second baseman. She made a nice play. So end of the first, Bedford leads 3-0 after a big towering home run. I say towering, but it was a line drive.
It was a line drive shot by Katie LeMay. It probably traveled. I'm going to go about 204. The 200-foot fence, 204, but just on a line. Probably would have put a hole in the fence had it been.
That would have made a big sound if it hit that big wood there. But so Bedford leads 3-0 going into the top of the second.
So far, exactly as as planned, right? You got a team that's 2-13 on the season. You got a team that's 7-8 and vying for a playoff position. You expect Bedford to come out here right now and just keep hitting the ball, making sure they're making good plays in the field, and that's going to be the name of the game here. So, got good battery, good pitcher, good catcher, got a great field. So I'm excited about the rest of this game for sure. And there's really not a better place to be than right by. I mean, we got the best seat in the house.
Yeah, it's not too bad. Not too bad here.
We're just watching some softball. It's beautiful out here.
Nothing wrong with that. Nothing better than just an afternoon game, sun shining, and down at the ball field, listening to the chatter of the players and the crack of the bat. So it's all good. First up here, Martell from Nashua.
So Martell is the one that just made that really nice catch in center field, coming in hard and making that diving catch forward. So
also a senior.
And so far, they haven't been able to figure out Erin McCarthy. She's been throwing a good amount of pitches, a lot of changing speeds, and her ball has a lot of movement. So from this position, the camera angle, you're not going to necessarily be able to tell where that ball is going, but that ball is moving quite a bit. I've seen enough games from behind the catcher to know that ball is moving quite a bit.
Well, quickly 0-2 count here for Martell.
Ooh,
fouled that off. Really got her on the hands right there. Looked like it was in tight.
There, she fought that off pretty well, that's for sure. 0-2 count. She comes up high and in, and she just gets a little bit of the bat on it.
Well, McCarthy really dealing here in the first inning and into the second. Quick pitch right there, just outside as we looking for the K right there, looking K, but nope.
Hard for us to tell where the in and out is on these. We're gonna have to, go on the umpire's call, but that looked very close to be taken with 2 strikes.
1-2 count here.
That's.
Oh boy, I don't know.
I had rung her up already, but again, tough angle here.
You could see the batter kind of squinch back a little bit, so it must have been on the inside part, a little off the plate, but 2-2 count, fouled off again. Really hanging in there pretty good.
That one's heading for a car in the parking lot here.
Yeah.
Usually the parking spots that are open this late when you're coming, those are the ones you don't want to park in. There's a lot more experience that's already parked.
Word to the wise for you parents out there that haven't been down to the game just yet. Show up just a little bit earlier so you can park further away. I've made that mistake.
Here's the 2-2 count and strike three.
Swinging. A good, really nice pitch right there to finish off Martell.
Yeah, that's a good pitch. Again, a good battle by Martell at the plate, but Erin McCarthy too much there. So now we got Betancourt, the second baseman for Nashua, at the plate. Hits one really hard to Godert, down to third, and nice play over to Martell.
5-3, beautiful play. Smooth, Godert smooth, just collects that, just steps up, plants the feet, throws it right across the diamond for the out.
Yeah, the one thing about being there at the hot corner there for Godert is once she makes the initial play, you have a lot of time to make the throw. Because you're playing these third basemen in softball.
I don't know. You say that, but Beyer really beat that pitch out the bat.
But she had to dive to make the play. That was the difference. And a lot of speed there. A lot of speed. And Richard now the first baseman for Nashua at the plate. 0-1 count here with 2 outs in the top of the second inning. 1-1 count. Richard, the first baseman for Nashua. We don't have any statistics for the Nashua team, so we'll continue to update you as the game goes on. As to what we know from this game, at least.
That one's a little bit low. 2-1 count.
But again, solid defense is going to be the key. Some of the games we saw early in the year in April, defense was still trying to find itself a little bit, a couple plays here and there. But the defense has really solidified over the last couple of games, and that's really helped them on this nice end of season run.
Well, 2-2 count here, strike 2. So, Jay, here's a Bedford team that really struggled early. He's really put it on. What are the chances? I mean, you talked about having to win 2 of 3. What are their chances here to make the playoffs?
Yeah, I think the chances are really strong. You're playing, this team here in Nashua South had a tough season so far, below us in the standings. The next game is against Alvern, and they are just ahead of us in the standings, so that's going to be a very, very important game. And then the last game is against Winnacunnet. Winnacunnet is a top 7 team in the state in G1 softball. So they're going to be a tough challenge. They're 10-5 on the year. They've had, if you look back at who they've played, they've beaten some teams they maybe shouldn't have beaten, but they've lost to some teams they shouldn't have. So it's hard to know what you're going to face when you get there.
Man, it's just the way that goes, right?
That's right. So that's why you play the game.
Little foul ball here, a little behind that play as it went down the first baseline. Now we got a 3-2 count as that was. I don't think that quite made the home plate. So
yeah, that looked like a changeup that maybe got away from her.
So full count, 2 outs. Top of the second. just going to roll foul. Again, way behind on this. So Richards is on it, but just behind the pitch here by McCarthy.
Yeah,
A little overpowering. McCarthy is a little overpowering at the moment for some of these batters, as she has 3 strikeouts already. Looking for a fourth as she continues to pound the strike zone, but Richards really just getting a bat on it, trying to stay alive here, trying to get a good bat on ball.
Again, the definition of a quality at bat right here. She's fouled off a couple with 2 strikes. It's probably a 7-8 pitch at bat. That's strike 3.
Oh boy, that was a beautiful pitch, really low and on the outside part of that plate, but
not much she could do with that one.
Strike 3. So she's gone 2 innings here with a swinging K, looking K. So.
Yep, she's got 4 strikeouts here through the first 2 innings.
1, 2, 3 innings.
So far, just that second batter, Gillis, with the single. Otherwise, that's the only base runner that the Nashua team has put on the base paths against McCarthy so far.
So far, so good. Well, you know, Jay, this is an interesting game for me. As you know, I grew up in Nashua. I'm a Nashua High graduate, Purple Pride.
I mean,
hey, what can you do? This is a big game for me. I don't know who to root for here.
For us, well, you're from Bedford now, and I think yes, you went to these schools or this school, but now you're a Bedford guy, right?
Wow.
So now
my
you got to be rooting for Bedford.
My kids are Bedford guys.
So you can't ever give that up, right? You can't ever give up that connection to your high school. And
no.
We all have our connections
Absolutely.
to our high schools for sure. So,
yep.
But it's fun to be out here and have you kind of have some, you actually have some more information about the Nashua squad. You knew the pitcher and, grew up with his dad or
yeah, grew up with his dad.
Grew up with her dad.
He's a little bit younger than me. He actually played. He played baseball. My dad coached baseball for many, many years in Nashua for Elm Street Junior High. And so, Ray, as we call him, played played ball for my dad. So my dad was a coach in Nashua for many, many years. Thankfully he's still with us. He's just turned 80 last year. So Ned Tempesta, if you're fans from Nashua listening, that's my dad, and he's coached probably a few of these young ladies' older brothers.
Yeah.
Somewhere along the line, if they have older brothers. But maybe not. He might have retired a few years ago, so that may not be true. But no. But this young lady that's on the mound here, Darusha, he coached her dad. He also played softball himself with the grandfather. So there you go. So unfortunately, he passed away a few years ago. But yeah,
little Nashua history
there
here.
You go.
There's always a connection back to the sport, right?
Always something there.
So bottom of the second here, we got Ashley Bergeron at the plate with no outs, and in the bottom of the second with the Bedford team up 3-0 on a Katie LeMay 3-run home run in the first inning. So far, Ashley has seen 3 balls from Darusha. There's going to be a strike 1, so we got a 3-1 count on Bergeron. Bergeron hitting .279 on the year so far, and has 2 home runs this season. And that's ball 4, so she's going to walk. So Ashley gets on base in number 10. Kyliana Gardner coming to the plate. Kyliana, now we got problems. Wind blowing again. I pick up my phone and the wind gets me every time.
Here we go. I can't take you anywhere.
Kyliana Gardner going to be heading to Montclair State next year.
Okay.
Senior on the team. Thank you. The wind is tough here
brisk.
today.
It's right behind us.
Right behind us, yeah.
It's like a ball 2.
Yeah, we got 2 balls and no strikes on Kyliana. Kyliana playing left field in today's game here, so 2-1 now.
So where's that school? Montclair State? Sounds like Michigan or something, doesn't it? But I could be wrong.
I don't know that one actually.
Montclair? I don't know. I'll have to look it up. There's a Google machine around here somewhere.
If I pick up my Google machine, though, the papers fly everywhere.
No, you shouldn't do anything. You're a mess over here.
So 2-2 on Kyliana. I am a mess over here right now.
Oh boy, took one looking right there. She took something off that pitch. Oh, almost took her out at first as well. She wasn't quite paying attention. You know, the girls' game is really interesting where she's off the bag. It's a live play. The pitcher got it and just zipped it over to first. Almost got a double play right there, and that really should not happen.
It should not happen. You got to be paying attention. She's been aggressive on the base paths here. Shortened up her lead that time, so they definitely got a better eye on her now. But Aubrey Byer at the plate now. She singled in her first at bat, and then scored on the Katie LeMay home run. So
a little pass ball looks like right there.
Yeah, Bergeron's going to get the second on the pass ball. So now we got a runner on second base with 1 out here in the bottom of the second, a 2-0 count on Byer. Byer's got the power to go along here, so again, just getting that right pitch, and that was inside.
High and tight as she ducked away out of that pitch.
She spun right out of that one. That was coming right at her head. So you tend to see, they're just looking for a pitch right now. There's a good solid
ball
ball
right
is
down
hit
the
hard.
third base line, right through the third baseman to the
That's gonna
left
score.
fielder. Left fielder throws all the way through to third, and it's a double for Byer.
That's gonna be a double for Byer.
Boy, Byer really stung that ball. That scooted right through the third baseman, right by the third baseman, awfully quick.
Yeah, that was hit really hard. The third baseman had no play on that. And again, now Aubrey Byer now 2 for 2 on the day. So Bella Scudo at the plate. She was hit by a pitch in her first at bat. Again, Bella is one of the seniors on the team, and she is going to be going to New England College next year to play softball. She's majoring in criminal justice, minoring in psychology, and she's going to continue playing softball. So that's going to be great for Bella to be at New England College next year. And
not far away either, so mom and dad can see some of those games. That's actually really good.
That's what it's all about, right? Mom and dad have to be able to see these games.
It's all about mom and dad. It's never about these kids.
And if mom and dad can't be there, then hopefully there's a broadcast crew.
Perhaps we'll talk to BCTV.
Bella just got hit by another pitch, so she's 2 for 2, getting hit by a pitch today.
There you go.
But she gets to first base again, and we're same situation here with Katie LeMay. So
first and second, 1 out. Bulldogs lead 4-0. Looks like that's a little bit low. This would be quite a senior night if she can knock another one out of the park here.
Yeah, Katie now has 4 on the season.
One count.
We talk about. There's some tape. If I tape this though, I don't know. Thank you though. So
here's a foul ball. Heads up, Bill. Coming right at us.
Almost hit the broadcast group.
No, nice play by the fans out here.
So
well done.
Katie, one of the players on this Bedford team that actually started her freshman year on varsity. Not many players have done that, but she started her freshman year on varsity.
Ooh, that's a single right to right field. This could score another run as runners advance, going first to third. Runner on second scores, and a double.
Double for LeMay.
A real nice single as she went opposite field. That ball coming in. Took a little bit off that pitch, and she was able to just lace that over the second baseman's head for a double.
She really waited on that pitch and drove it to right field. So, again, just the quality player she is. She's able to kind of take the different pitches that are offered to her and make sure she puts them in play hard. So,
well, up now is Duquette. Bulldogs lead 5-0.
So she's got 4 RBI on the game so far.
A little soft ball, soft swing to left field. Looks like we're going to get an advance as the sacrifice fly as the runner scores from third.
So she's going to get an RBI on that. So sac fly to the same place she hit it the first time up.
Oh, yeah, 1 out. And runner on second.
Yeah, LeMay did not advance. So
the ball was right in front of her. That wasn't going to advance. It wasn't a deep shot, but it was just she was too close to really give it a whirl.
Yeah. That's the right move there. You got another good bat coming up behind you, and Aaron McCarthy.
Well, just tacking on another run though makes it 6-0 Bulldogs here.
They're hitting the ball so fast. It's been a little difficult to. She's gonna.
Well, that ball got away from the pitcher there. The catcher had no chance for that one as the runner now advances to third for. Runner on third with 2 outs, 2-0 count.
So Aaron McCarthy heading to Chestnut Hill College next year to continue her softball career. She gets hit by the pitch. She's going to be majoring in sports medicine, so that's going to be Aaron's track after this season here in Bedford. Excited for her to continue her softball career at Chestnut Hill.
Wow, that's exciting. These guys are going to some really interesting schools, and good for them. It's nice to see, Bedford sending a bunch of kids to a bunch of different places. It's not just one school that everyone goes to, so that's great. Plus, they all get to play a sport, so if they can continue playing a sport in college, good for them.
Yeah, that's what it's all about, and I know Erin has worked really hard, both here in Bedford as well as in her club teams, to really hone in on her pitching. So it's exciting to see her success there. We got Delaney Martell now at the plate. She was hit by a pitch in the first her first
takes
at-bat.
A good hack on it, right, popped it up to the pitcher who makes a nice play. So ball got right up in the sun there. That was probably a little bit more difficult than I think. Than we think. But a little pop fly to the pitcher ends the inning. Bulldogs with 3 additional runs. They lead 6-0 at the end of 2.
good inning there again by Bedford. Kind of kicked off with the walk to start the inning. And then Bergeron walked Meyer with a big double. Scudo gets hit by a pitch, and LeMay with another double. So good, solid inning there for Bedford. Go up 6-0. This is, again, we keep talking about this game being an important one. You can't overlook any of these opponents that you're going to face, but these are very important games here for Bedford and their chances to make the playoffs this year.
Well, this is a big game. You got to win. You got to win the games you're supposed to win, right? In order, to continue playing. If they do, if they do make the playoffs, where do you think they'll be positionally, and then who are they going to face first round?
Yeah,
kind of your thoughts.
Yeah, so I think it's going to be, it's so hard to tell. There's about 2 or 3 games depending on the team, or depending on the teams that we're facing. So if we finish somewhere between 10 and 12, you're going to face, the 8, 9, 10 area in that preliminary round of the playoffs, and then work your way in. So you'll face somebody like Alvern, somebody like Merrimack could be in that spot.
Okay.
So there's some teams in that area that we've faced pretty much this year at some point. But you're going to see maybe Wyndham could be in there. Timberlane, which we had a really nice game against Timberlane. We ended up walking off that game.
Fun.
Bishop Girton. So those are the teams I think that are kind of all in the mix. Depending on what happens here in these next couple of games for us as well as them, will determine where we're at. And
Well,
who we face.
it's always fun. The end of the season, right? Couple games left. It's like any sport. Pick your sport. Doesn't matter. Everyone's fighting for a position, and teams are moving constantly. And it's where you end up that really decides on.
And some teams are
the
done.
outcome.
Some teams are done with their season already, but some of the makeups and the rain and
Okay.
all that stuff kind of play. So there's like Wyndham is done. They're 10-8 on the season,
Okay.
and we're 7-8. So we got some work to do here to kind of finish off our season.
It sounds like the teams that you're facing though are teams that are beatable.
They're beatable.
They're beatable. So
Yeah.
in the way that Bedford's playing right now, kind of really coming on strong the second half of the season. Let's see how it's done. So first pitch was a ball.
We got Medeiros at the plate here for
swing and strike. So
for Nashua. So
1-1.
Third baseman for
Pardon
the team.
me, 1 and 2. I missed a strike.
Yeah, you did.
What's up?
Glad to have the scoreboard back here at Savlosky. There was a little issue last game with that.
And swing and strike. So it looks like strike three.
3.
Drop ball, tag out. So
That's strikeout number 5 for McCarthy here on senior night. So having herself a game so far. And we got the 8-hitter, McCarthy, at the plate for Nashua. She's playing right field in today's game.
taking a big hack right there.
Love seeing them come up and take some big hits. She's a sophomore here for Nashua.
I like it.
And just take your hacks, right? You got a pitcher that's really can move the ball around, change her speeds, but just get up there and swing. That's a good cut again.
Well, 0-2 quickly. Aggressive at the plate. I think they were both strikes anyway, but still, got to be aggressive. If it's in the zone, you got to take a hack at it, right?
That's right. Strike 3. So McCarthy there. McCarthy for Bedford, striking out McCarthy for Nashua.
Yes, keep that straight.
Keep that one straight. McCarthy for Bedford, though, just kind of throwing real good, solid pitches, knowing that she maybe had a little bit too much for McCarthy of Nashua to handle.
Well, it looked like Walker was going to lay one down, and, man, there was a lot of movement on the infield. Everyone's moving all at the same time. Both corner infielders coming in hard.
And then you got your second base, your bunt coverage.
Covering first. Foul ball.
Good cut there by the left fielder, Walker. Walker's the 9-hitter here for Nashua.
Quickly 0-2 after the fake bunt, and took a good swing, but these guys from Nashua are just behind on this pitcher.
Yeah.
McCarthy she's throwing really strong, but I think she's a very good pitcher, but I think there's other ones that throw a little harder.
Yeah, her velocity is solid.
It's good.
And she's got a lot of pitches. But there are some other pitchers that have some more velocity out there. But again, sometimes it's not about your velocity as much as is how much you can move the ball around and hit your spots, right? That's the key to a pitcher in softball. There's strike 3. Strikes out the side.
The inning right there. You know what I liked about that strikeout inning, though, it isn't so much what she did. I mean, obviously she threw it over the plate and they just missed. But, Nashua's up there taking good swings at it, just not making connections. So she is moving that ball around.
Yeah, there's no doubt. She's changing speeds. And again, when you watch, sometimes if you're at home and you put it on ESPN, you start watching some of the college pitchers pitching in those games on TV, you can see the movement. It's not necessary. Sometimes you got pitchers throwing 67 to 69, and then you got some other pitchers throwing in the low 60s, but they're moving the ball around with all these cuts, and you get it on your hands, and that ball. almost hit somebody in the head.
Took an innocent bystander out.
So you see, you definitely see those types of things happening on at the college level, and these
Sure.
pitchers are all working to kind of find what is their best game and their best pitching. So it's fun to watch.
Well, you're playing varsity, varsity softball, so the game itself is pretty good, right?
Yeah.
You go to the next level, you play varsity softball in college. I'm pretty sure that's better,
Heck,
right?
oh yeah.
Yeah, so every little bit, you get a little bit older. You're a senior in college. You're probably a little bit bigger, a little stronger. So the games just improve as you go along. So hopefully, as many of these girls that can make it to the next level, let's hope they do.
Yeah, no matter what the sport, right? No matter what sport you're playing, every step up in level you have, always going to have a little bit different speed of the game. There's going to be some different nuances, and you always got to make those adjustments as a player. So.
Well, taking first batter here, Gordich.
Yeah, Delaney Godert is up. She popped out to the second baseman in her first at bat. Again, a senior. She's going to be going to UNH studying bioengineering.
Good God.
So good career path.
Can she play softball and do that at the same time?
I don't know. That's a good question. That's a good question.
Good for her. Bioengineering.
Bioengineering, big one. Yeah. So she wanted to make sure that she thanked Coach Karen Samard here for Bedford. Supported her all throughout her high school career. I think she coached her in the JV level as well when Karen was coaching there. And she also wanted to make sure she thanked her parents for carting her around to all the games and all the different fields and continuing to kind of follow her and her passion for softball. So, she recognizes they're cheering on the sidelines basically all the time. So that's what it's all about, right?
Well, both of us are parents, so we know. We've been to as many of those activities as you can get to. I tried my best to not miss a thing.
That's right.
But you still miss things.
You do.
So it is how that works. So same outcome of the last first at bat. Took a good hack, a little line drive to the second baseman. So 3-1 count, 1 up, 1 down.
We got number 2, Ashley Bergeron at the plate now. She walked her first at bat. And there's a very early swing.
Wow, she didn't really see a pitch in the first at bat, so I can imagine she's being pretty aggressive right now.
Probably up there, very aggressive. I can tell you that I usually throw BP to this one, so I am able to. This is about my speed. It's about as fast as I can bring it, and she usually hits pretty well off of me. So as long as she times it up, I'm sure we'll have a good at bat here. And 1-1 with 1 out. Bottom of the third. That's a good cut.
Going down to dig that one out, but just fouls it off here. 1-2 count.
Not liking to walk this one, for sure. Tends to want to swing and get something happening on the field. So again, bottom of the third inning, 6-0 here. Bedford, 1 out in the bottom of the third. If you're just joining us. That's just waiting on the pitch again.
She took a little bit off that pitch as she could sense that the aggression there, and she just got a hold of that as she pulled that one foul. She was way ahead of that ball.
Way ahead, yeah. This is the toughest thing as a player. You got to make these adjustments to the different pitchers and pitches you're seeing.
That was outside.
Yeah.
2-2 count.
So again, just working the count, trying to find that right pitch to swing at and hit.
We're just far enough. We're so close, but we're just far enough away that you can't really tell where those balls are. Oh, she got a hold of that one. That one looks like it might catch the fence or make it over for a home run there.
Well, hey, I told you that was a swing, right? That's the one that I see usually when I'm pitching to her.
Wow.
So
I mean, I hit off of you like that too, though.
Fair enough. So a solo home run there for number 2, Ashley Bergeron, to make it 7-0 here in the bottom of the third inning for Bedford.
You know what, though? She hung in there. She had a good pitch. That was a strikeout pitch that DeRusha threw her, and she just got enough of it to foul that off down the left field line. Hangs in and gets the pitch she wants, and you know what? Drives it for a home run. So good for her. Great at bat.
So now we get, it looks like.
And Bedford now leads 7-0.
Having trouble seeing that. I believe it's Kalyana Gardner, number 10. Yeah, that's who it is.
That's who it is in my book, but
yeah, I thought I saw a different number, but it is Kalyana Gardner at the plate again. Senior, going to Montclair State next year, and it's 1-1 now on her. Still 1 out here in the bottom of the third inning. Kalyana in their first at bat struck out looking. As the first out of the second inning. So, that's a
rope that right through the left fielder as it took a short hop. Looks like she's going to go to third. And she holds up wisely as coach gives her the slow down.
These are the moments. So these are the moments as a scorer. That was a line drive. She hit that on the screws, right?
Scorched
it. But is that a single with a
Oh no, that's a double.
That's a double. Okay. You know,
Good question. No, that's
That's
a
a
double.
double.
The left fielder didn't even make a play on it. I think it went over her. She was off to the side and just scooted right past her.
and so a nice double there by Kyliana Gardner. That thing was that hit the fence very quickly after the initial bounce. And let me tell you, those are the questions that I usually reserve for Lauren Fox,
I
our
mean, well,
resident scorekeeper.
I mean, he's
Lauren
the
Fox.
man, so that's the guy I would ask.
Those are the ones, maybe later on you talk about, but you always try to learn a little bit more, and you learn from the people that know it best, and Lauren Fox definitely knows
Oh
it
yeah,
best.
he knows his game.
So
for
Aubrey
sure.
Byer now at the plate. She's 2 for 2 with a single and a double in the game so far. Scored both times that she reached. It's 3-0 here.
Well, it's
on
nice
Aubrey.
to have her here, and first at bat of the game with speed, making it down, making people work.
Mhm.
It's just letting them know, but raising her average here as she's getting at bats here. So
Good experience for her as a
great
freshman.
experience as a freshman. Yeah, absolutely.
That ball is hit
Takes
hard
a good
to third.
hack. Just missed it, and she's going to go to second here. Run scores. First baseman couldn't quite reach that. It was just a little bit out of her reach, a little high. Third baseman made a nice play, threw it across the diamond, just out of her reach. Off the tip of her glove. Byer goes to second
Byer
on
goes
the
to
error,
second.
and the run scores.
Give that. Got to give that an E5, right? The throw on the
Yeah,
throw.
I believe so.
As a third baseman, I don't like to give the third baseman the error ever, because I don't think they ever make mistakes out there. But I think on that one, it tailed away too much, and that is
Uh-oh.
E5.
Pop fly all the way to the corner. Left fielder going to get it. Makes
Oh.
a beautiful catch. Going away. Really nice grab there as Scudo put a little something into that one. It went to the corner of the outfield, right by the 198 marker. But
So Bella, we haven't had a chance to really talk about
we
Bella.
need to talk about Bella.
Bella's a senior. She's been hit by the pitch in her
Twice.
first 2 at-bats, and this time she wasn't going to take a chance. She just took a first pitch swing and then flew out to left field.
She's
And
making
then
it
they
hard
just
on us.
walked Katie LeMay intentionally, so making it even more difficult on us. So
I even missed that. I didn't even see her.
yeah,
go,
they
get
just
walked.
They walked her to the. So now we got Byer on second, and we got LeMay at first, and Duquette at the plate. I mean, I'll tell you what, LeMay hits the ball hard. She hits really well.
Yeah.
But to walk her to put Duquette, the 4-hitter up, I don't know.
I don't know.
I can't. I can't speak to that.
I don't know.
Duquette can really hit the ball well. She's a junior, but is going to be heading to St. A's. Already knows that she's going to be heading to St. A's. So as we talk about different colleges that the seniors are going to,
For sure.
Caitlin Duquette is going to be heading to St. A's here and playing softball
Well,
there.
definitely mom and dad will have an opportunity to see her there.
Yeah, that's for sure. Great facilities over there too, and great program that they got running.
Oh, took a little
Oh,
bit something off of
yeah,
that
she
one for
did.
strike 3.
And that's going to be the third out of the inning.
Ooh.
Tough pitch there. So we got 2 more there for Bedford. We got 8-0 Bedford after 3 innings. And again, a great at-bats there by Bedford, putting good swings on the ball, moving the runners around, and it's fun to watch. But we do need a little bit of time here
Yeah.
to talk.
Let's talk. I was going to
let's
say the
talk
same
about
thing.
Bella.
Let's talk a little bit about Bella.
Let's
She's
talk
only
about
seen
Bella.
like 3 pitches, I believe.
She's seen about 3, maybe 4, which we may have missed. We may have missed. So now we're on camera.
I know, now
geez,
we're on
you
camera,
put
I
this
know,
on
right?
camera. So Bella is played 9 years of softball.
Sure.
Again, I think we talked about it earlier. She started in BGSL right here on this field.
Yep.
Her favorite softball memory is when Giovanna hit a home run or a grand slam last year in the playoff game against Goffstown. I was at that game.
Oh boy.
We were down 4, and bases were loaded. Giovanna comes up, hits a grand slam to tie the game. We go to extra innings and lost in extra innings. But man, what a moment
Oh,
at
absolutely.
this field. Again, you see crowds like that only at playoff games maybe.
Sure.
And that crowd was really
Exciting.
jumping. So
Exciting.
she's going to miss playing with her best friends as she moves on. She's going to
Understandably.
make some new friends, I'm sure, going to New England College. But, she also wanted to thank some of her coaches through the years. So Steve Krattenberg, but always pushing her to be her best. Kevin Handy, being a travel coach for 5 years and shaping her into the player that she is. And her grandparents for coming to all of her games. So, and again, of
Don't
course,
forget her parents.
I'm
Her
not
parents
going to,
were
well,
there
you always end, I try to always end with the parents, because the parents, we're
Listen,
really,
it is about the parents.
we're a special group, right? So these parents sitting at softball games, tournaments, all those years, she definitely thanks her parents as well. So,
Well, they're important. Moms and dads are a big part of this. You don't really think about it, but they're an extension of the player oftentimes. And you bring the grandparents in.
Yeah.
And I see Ashley and Connor's grandparents at all the games. I know when my boys played their grandparents came to all the games, and definitely in high school, my dad traveled us to hockey tournaments when we were kids, and just to come to the games and see their their grandkids. So it's
Yeah.
fun. I think it's even more fun as a grandparent.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, there's
I
no
look
doubt.
forward to that day, but that's not anytime soon, thank God.
That's a slow roller. Great play there by Godert to pick that up, get in on that ball quickly, pick that up, and throw out the leadoff hitter, Rogers. So the leadoff hitter typically would have the speed to get that, to beat that one out, but Godert made a great play for the first out of the top of the 4th inning there.
That's beautiful. Well done right there by the pitcher. Well, we got top of the 4th inning. Bulldogs ahead 4. I'm sorry, 4th. Top of the 4th inning. Bulldogs ahead 8-0.
8-0.
And trying to muster something here as Nashua South as they're trying to kind of claw back into this game. The Purple Panthers, a little pop fly to the right side, really tracking that ball down. Number 4.
That's Anna Caldwell.
Anna Caldwell, beautiful play right there, Anna.
Yeah, Anna Caldwell playing right field. She's another senior on this Bedford team. She's going to be heading to Babson next year.
Great school. Good for her.
Concentrating on finance and entrepreneurship, so really exciting for her. There's a play down at Godert. It's hard to
cross the diamond.
Great play by Godert. That's going to end the inning. So quick inning there, but just finishing up on Anna Caldwell. She's going to, again, go into Babson, concentrating on finance and entrepreneurship. And her favorite softball memory is when they played kickball in the gym this year. So she's going to definitely miss the team the most, but playing kickball in the gym is going to be one of her fondest memories. And that just goes to tell you what we were talking about earlier. It's not always the wins, the losses, the games.
No.
It's a lot of these experiences that happen organically throughout the season.
Well, that's just it. I mean, something happened during that game that she'll remember forever, right? During that practice or fun experience, and that's it.
Yeah.
Those are the best times. I remember from my high school days, I played high school soccer. I actually played at Nashua High. But my fondest memories are soccer practice and with the guys and tryouts and practices. Yes, we won. Yeah, I scored a goal here and there. But, certainly you remember those. But I just remember being with the guys at practice.
Yeah, there's no doubt. That's what it's all about. And, one more thing about Anna Caldwell is, she actually plays basketball for Karen as well and has played basketball for Coach Karen.
Okay.
So she's really wanted to thank her for both softball and basketball and just pushing her to be the best and having confidence in her to keep growing and giving herself her own confidence. So that's Anna Caldwell, again, senior, number 4 here for Bedford, and a great catch there to end the inning. Top of the 4th.
That was a really nice catch. Ball was tracking down the right field line, kind of away from her, so she had to come and get it.
Or that might have been the second out. They're happening so fast. That was the second out of the inning. Sorry. Just caught myself. But yeah, great catch nonetheless.
They're coming and going quickly. As McCarthy's just mowing them down.
Yeah, she really is. She's pitching really well today. And, we got 3 games here in 3 days, so there's a lot of softball to be played. So, we'll see if Coach Karen is going to be looking.
So these last 3 games, were these all rainout games, Jay?
I think one of them was a reschedule, and the other 2 were the normal schedule.
Okay.
Monday, Wednesday's typically the schedule.
Yeah.
So Erin McCarthy, pitcher now for Bedford, senior up at the plate. She has a fly ball to center field in her first at-bat and then was hit by a pitch in her second at-bat. So she's looking for her first hit of the game and just looking for that pitch to get. So she wanted to say her favorite memory, by the way, was hitting her first home run. Here at Savlovsky. I was here for that game. Fun to watch and fun to see them hit their first home runs. She's really going to miss playing with all these kids that she's grown up playing with here at BGSL, and she is also going to miss Coach Karen and her support over the years. So she wanted to thank her mom and dad and Dean for always making sure that she was at her games and practices before these kids can drive. I mean, it's a big part. Big part. And always supporting her.
They're important.
They're important. Oh, she waited on that pitch and
just foul
just
again.
Foul. But
really drove that ball down the line, but just foul.
She wanted to thank Mom, Dad, and Dean again for just supporting her over the years and for everything. And again, she's going to be heading to Chestnut Hill College next year, majoring in sports medicine. So,
well, these are exciting. This final chapter of your high school career is a little pop fly as she pops it over the third baseman. A nice grab by the third baseman, and that's the first out of the inning. It's such a big thing these last weeks of school and as they're preparing. I mean, prom was last weekend, and it's just so exciting for these kids. And graduation's only around the corner, so it's a big time right now. The next month and a half.
Lots of stuff happening. So Delaney Martell, number 11, our first baseman here at during this game here, she's going to be heading to Florida Atlantic University
Good
next year. So she is on the pre-med track at Florida Atlantic. So again, we talk about just being in the impressive groups that we have coming in all these Bedford games that we call, especially the senior nights. You're always like, wow, that's just it's impressive. It's impressive to see. So she's a member of the National Honor Society, National Latin Honor Society, high honor roll student here in Bedford. But her favorite memory, the TikTok. That was
Okay,
behind
hold
her.
on.
I know. I'm going to stop. That pitch almost hit her. But the TikTok that her, Katie, and Bella make before every game. So again, a tradition, something that they do every game. They create a TikTok. I'm sure they post it, and that's something that she's going to remember. She's just going to miss being and playing with her friends. So
Some of
this
the
ball
stuff
four.
is just the silliness of being a young student athlete.
That's
And
right.
just it. And I mean, she's on a path to do some serious stuff over her lifetime, right? She wants to go into the pre-med route. That's the real deal. Doing TikTok videos, I would love to have that memory if I were her.
That's right. That's what it's all about.
Off to second.
Steals
Stolen
second
base.
base.
That's the second one for the day for her.
That is correct. Good call on your book. Your book is up to date. So now number 14, Delayed Godert at the plate again. We mentioned she likes hearing and she knows her parents are there supporting her all the time. We just heard her parents yelling right here in right field. They're with us here in the booth.
There
So
we go.
It's exciting to see the parents and the excitement again. Seen so many softball games, and all these games are just so important. And as they dwindle, there's a level of importance that keeps increasing every time you watch them play, right? So exciting stuff.
Well, especially as you march into the playoffs, right?
Ooh.
Oh, she takes one off the left leg,
by
and
the
she's
pitch.
going to head to first base after a hit by pitch. Darusha's had a tough outing on the mound by hitting, I think that's fourth or fifth batter.
Yeah, I think I got 1, 2, 3, 4. That was the fifth, yeah, the fifth batter that she's hit. Now we got Ashley Bergeron at the plate.
She went the yard last at bat.
We got
Walked in
one
the first
out.
inning, home run in the first at bat, second at bat, home run, scored 2 runs. Hits a hard ball, steps on third, and across the diamond for a double play.
What a great play there by the third baseman.
What a really nice play by the third baseman.
Not much you can do on that. You hit the ball hard down the
Oh.
line. It just lands on the bag, and that's a double play to end the inning there for Bedford. So that's a 5-3 double play.
Wow, that was a really nice play by the third baseman going across the diamond like that. Still a long throw. Ashley's pretty quick, but unfortunately stung by the ball getting hit to the right spot for the defender.
Right spot for the defender for sure, and not much you can do. You sting the ball, and you move on. So, again, good inning there. The first inning, though, that Bedford hasn't put any runs up on the board, and we're heading to the top of the fifth now, with Bedford leading 8-0.
Well, it's exciting. These girls, got to take this victory when you got a team that's a little bit lower on the stat sheet than you. You got to take this win, right? You can't let that just linger.
That is correct. That is one of those things you just got to come out here, win, and then tomorrow I think tomorrow we face Alvern, so that's going to be, like I said,
That'll be a little bit more of a test.
Very important game for sure.
Very important. So, well,
let me just verify that here on my. No, I'm sorry. Yeah, tomorrow we play Alvern, and then on Wednesday Winnicott to end the season, so the end the regular season. So,
well, as we look at the score sheet here, as Nashua South comes up to bat in the fifth inning, they've gone basically 1, 2, 3, all 4 innings outside of the second batter of the game, lacing a nice single, breaking up the no-hitter, but then getting mowed down on a stolen base attempt after it was looking K. So a double play there in the first inning. So up to bat now, Martell, swing K in her first at bat in the second inning. There's only a couple of seniors on this roster from Nashua High. I was looking for that. Little line drive to the shortstop. Nice play right there. 2 seniors on this Nashua High team. Kylie Clow, who we've not seen, and Maya Martell, who is just up to bat. So that's it. They have 2 seniors, so a little bit younger of a team.
Younger squad, yeah.
A little bit less experienced, I would suspect. Darusha, the pitcher, junior, so she'll be back next year. There's a few other players here that are very good. They just need a little bit more.
More time, yeah, more time. And, you definitely find those teams that have, those players that have gotten a little bit older.
Ball, a third baseman across the diamond.
Godert has been a vacuum over there at third base today. She has just not let anything by her and made every single throw. So really good play there again.
Quick 2 outs on a couple of pitches. So really minimizing the effort here by McCarthy on the mound, really. She went a bunch of strikeouts in the first 3 innings, and now the players are putting it in play. But really, just hitting them at players.
Yeah, she's thrown 57 pitches here through 4 2/3. So
up to bat, Richards strikeout victim, looking strikeout victim in the second inning as well.
Yeah, so McCarthy, like you said earlier, she's faced the minimum thus far in the game. So just with that caught stealing in the first inning. So it's an impressive outing here so far for her.
Well, defense is a big thing, right? So she's not alone out here. The players are making plays. She's not striking out everybody.
That's correct. Yeah, no doubt Godrich at third base has made the most amount of plays in the field.
Sure.
But everybody has made a play so far, I think, and they keep making the ones they need to make. That's the important part of this game, especially, right? Limit base runners, limit mistakes.
Well, the diamond is so small, right, that the infield is just so small. Foul ball.
Good cut there by Richard.
0-2 continues here. The diamond's so small, so the base runners are it's so quick to the bag.
Oh yeah.
And they can advance so fast, so you can go from first and second to run scoring a man on third so quickly. Ground ball to first baseman, scooped up and going right to the bag to finish off that inning. As the Bulldogs again, 1-2-3 inning.
Yeah, really good play there. Again, Delaney Martell just holding the bag and making the play, and just the minimum faced here for Bedford so far, and they've been impressive for sure. And we weren't sure. You never know. You see scores, you see standings, you see that stuff, but until you get to the field and actually play the game and see what happens, you don't know what's going to happen. And right now, Bedford seems to be dominating and controlling this game.
Well, it's important as we get to the bottom of the 5th inning. Bedford still ahead, 8-0. Senior night. We've talked a lot about some of the seniors. Who have we missed? Have we missed anybody through our sheets?
Yeah, I don't. I think we've caught everybody. We talked about Kyliana Gardner. We talked about Delaney Martell.
Did we talk about
Delaney Goterch? Anna Caldwell made that great catch in right field.
Okay.
Katie LeMay hit that 3-run home run to start the game. Yeah, I'm looking.
Just making sure. I just want to make sure we go through our list and
I know
catch all the players. So that's good.
One player just to note, Lily Grande,
right,
injured, senior night. Saw her family down here, but not playing today with an injury. And Lily Grande is going to be heading to Franklin Pierce. So
wonderful.
That another senior here, but that we didn't mention her because she is injured today. So
we should mention her. So I'm glad you did.
Of course, I just saw. I said, wait a second.
That and Daryl Senior will be all over us if we don't mention.
love Senior. So definitely don't want to upset Senior. That's for sure.
Well, there's a family. They've been around the sports fields for baseball, basketball, softball for many years. So they're definitely entrenched in this area for sure.
No doubt about it. No doubt. So we have Kyliana Gardner now stepping up to the plate. So she's the 9-hitter for Bedford today. So she'll lead off the bottom of the 5th inning.
Nice double in the last at-bat.
Yeah, struck out looking at her first at-bat, made the adjustment and scorched one to left field. So Kyliana now 1 for 2 on the day, and will lead off this inning. And it's first pitch is a strike there, so it's 0-1. She lifts that one.
Just got underneath it. Shortstop calling everybody off the butt end of the glove.
Error there. So an error on the shortstop. She came in, and we feel the wind quite a bit here, but I tell you, it felt like there was a gust right as the ball went up in the air.
I happen to agree.
So that might have been just kind of reading. It was a tough read there, but Kyliana's going to get to first base on an E6 pop-up, and that'll bring the top of the lineup, Aubrey Byer, to the plate. Aubrey is 2 for 3 today, has a single, a double, and then reached on an error by the third baseman. Has scored 2 of the 3 times that she's got on base. And she takes first pitch ball. See the patience here by Bedford. The batters are making the adjustments to the speed of the pitch, but also just waiting for their pitch to drive. So it's going to be ball 2. So we got 2-1 count.
Is there a run rule in the girls' sport?
Yep. So there's going to be it's going to be 10 runs after 5. Is usually what the rule. I think it's 10. The other day we played one that was 12 though, and I'm not sure if it was just a mistake that nobody knew what the score was, or maybe it is 12 after 5. I'm not sure. We're going to. I don't know if Corey Parker is here still and listening, but maybe if he is, he can stop. Bill Jennings on camera is telling us it's 10 after 5. baseball official for 15 years. So I mean, he's going to have that
He knows
that
his
number.
stuff. There you go.
So I think the other day it was just a mistake.
Looks like we're going
that
to
we
get a
went that
walk.
long.
Aubrey wasn't quite sure if she walked. She looked back at the umpire. The ball was definitely over her head, but the umpire said, yeah, go to first. So
better to make sure than to throw your bat and then have a strike called, right? So,
right. So we got first and second, no outs.
So Bella Scudo at the plate now. Scudo was hit by a pitch in her first two at-bats, then first pitch swinging in her last at-bat, hit a fly ball to left field.
A little
and it was
aggressive
out.
after being hit twice, so I don't blame her.
She definitely,
Takes
that's
a
a good.
good cut right there. 0-2 quickly, though. No outs. Bottom of the fifth. Bulldogs still ahead, 8-0.
Bella
Looking to
hitting,
add some to it.
Yeah, Bella hitting 278 on the season. Had a great season, played great shortstop all year long, and she got hit by a pitch for the third time. And just by her reaction, she's like, come on.
I think she's giggling. I don't think she's mad or she's
No,
just giggling.
She's just giggling about it.
That ball just kind of bounced in. It probably wouldn't have hit her, but it probably hit something in the ground right there and popped up and hit her right in the leg. So another hit batsman. That makes 6 for DeRusha today.
And now Katie LeMay up with the bases loaded here. So she hit a 3-run home run.
Not the player you want up with the bases loaded if you're Nashua High.
They walked her intentionally in her last at bat. There's no place to put her this time. Oh, what a
play!
Play by the third
Cross
baseman.
the diamond. Oh gosh, a really dangerous play right there by the first baseman.
So that's gonna, that's a great play, tough throw. She's gonna, unfortunately get the error for that. But she made a great attempt to kind of get up, situate herself, and I mean, she's actually looking like it maybe put a mark on her glove. It was hit that hard. So, well,
2-run score.
2-run score.
Bulldogs lead 10-0 now.
And again, if it was 10 after 5, I think it's 12. Because if it was 10 after 5, I think the game would be over now. So I think last time it was 12.
So they changed it?
I'm not sure.
We're trying to rationalize. I mean, Bill was very, very confident right there.
No, baseball is still 10.
Baseball could be. I mean, it could be different.
This is not baseball, unfortunately. This is softball.
Fire.
I jest, Bill. It's okay.
Right.
It's all good.
So, Caitlin Duquette at the plate now. Caitlin today has gone 0 for 3. She's flown out to left
0
field
for
twice.
2 with a sack.
Oh, sorry. There was it did have the RBI.
0
You're
for
right.
2 with a sack and an RBI.
Sack,
Let's not take her.
yeah, 0 for 2 with a sack fly.
And a walk.
And a walk. So, 0 for 2 still.
0 for 2 with a sack. But the RBI was an important one. Really kept that going. That was the 6th run of the that inning. 5th run of that inning, actually. But, good AB here. Back to bases loaded. Up to bat, McCarthy. Ground ball, just foul.
Ooh, got to be careful there, but Scudo almost got hit by the ball at third base. She's been hit enough today.
She's had enough. You know what? You can tell, though, now the Bulldogs are real dialed in. They're really driving the ball, but everything is to the left field, to the left side. So they're a little bit ahead.
So it's 12 after 5. We just got word from Corey Parker. It's 12 after 5. 10 is for baseball. So that is confirmation from Corey Parker. Thank you, Corey, for checking in with us. We appreciate it.
Well, McCarthy just walked or got hit. I'm not sure. We were looking at your watch.
We were looking at my watch, the message coming in.
So regardless of that, the outcome is she's on first, runners advance, and now we're 11-0. So, I like the fact that the Bulldogs are really just putting pressure on senior night. Go away senior night with a big victory. Put pressure on this Nashua team. I know that they're not having a great season, but unfortunately the Bulldogs are. Yeah. And the Bulldogs want to finish up and play really, really well here. So in with a new pitcher, number 5.
So the shortstop.
Morgan Gillis, sophomore.
So it looks like they just made a swap for the shortstop. Went to pitcher went to shortstop. And again, we got no outs here in the bottom of the 5th inning with Bedford up 11-0 and the bases loaded. It looks like pinch runner here on first base 2 for Bedford. Looks like Ducharme has come in. Amanda Ducharme has come in to run for Aaron McCarthy. So probably not a pinch runner, but a courtesy runner for the pitcher. So that Aaron will still likely come back out and pitch. In that case, the courtesy runner is allowed for the pitcher. So
I think we missed that earlier in the game when McCarthy was up in the second inning. I think she had a courtesy runner there as well. Probably the same runner.
Yep.
But I
Doesn't
didn't
have
catch
to
it.
be, but it could. Yeah, it was probably Amanda running in that case. So Delaney Martell now at the plate. New pitcher's all warmed up, ready to go. Delaney's been hit by a pitch. She popped out to the pitcher and then had a walk. She's got a couple stolen bases in the game, so when she gets on, she's got the speed. And that's first pitch was ball one.
No outs. Bases loaded. Bottom of the fifth, 11-0. Run rule is 12. Will they finish? If they score that run from third, is the inning over, the game over?
The game will end right there,
Okay.
yeah, at 12.
Ground ball just foul as the third baseman went tracking back for that. I thought maybe that was going to head down the line.
Or be another one of those double plays sitting on the back.
Funky double play. Well, this big at bat, I'm not sure I would have taken the pitcher out in this scenario, put pressure on that young lady to come in with the winning run on third base with no outs.
Yeah. She looks like she's smiling and having fun out there. I'm not sure if she's typically a pitcher or not, but she's having a good time out there. And Delaney Martell with a good cut there, so 3-2 count.
Full count. I know she's thinking, you know what? I don't want to end this on a walk, so I don't blame her. I'd want to swing away here.
It's senior night. I'm a senior. I want to end this with a hit. Yep.
Heads up in there, boy. That went right through right through the fence. Almost took out one of the players.
Wow.
That poor young lady sitting over there. She's not playing today. She's on the team, and she's got a broken nose. She almost took another one right off the nose.
Luckily, she was paying attention there and ducked.
Oh, yeah. That's all she needed to go was back to the hospital.
Oh, jeez. That almost hit Coach Karen down the third base line. So Delaney Martell taking some good cuts here, trying to time up this new pitcher, and trying to end the game off a walk-off hit, right?
Yeah.
Like you want to try to end it with a walk-off hit.
I mean,
you definitely want to end it with a hit for sure. So, and she's swinging away. And she's just early.
she's way early.
Great catch
way
out there
early.
by, it looks like I'm gathering a Nashua parent or fan. Great catch there along the left field line. Maybe protecting the puppy that's sitting over there.
Oh,
So,
that's a Great Dane. I don't think they're protecting.
good point. That is a big dog, I just noticed. And another foul. Quality at bat here by Delaney Martell.
I'm pretty sure that puppy is protecting everyone.
Right. It is a big dog. As I made the comment, I realized the dog stood up. It's a very large dog.
Yes, I got to meet him earlier.
There you go.
Duke is his name.
Duke. And Delaney,
Ground ball,
another foul.
just down the foul line again. You know, taking good swings, taking good hacks, but way ahead. It's hard to hold back, though.
Yeah.
You know, and in a situation like this is where your coach maybe talks to the player and tells them to move up in the box a little bit, as opposed to staying in your normal position, right? Move forward in that box. So if you're going to be ahead, at least you're going to be ahead and hitting it fair.
Yeah, that pitch is coming in, you know, so it's kind of coming in with,
that's a bomb.
destroyed. That is a home run.
Oh, it hits
just
the
short.
bottom of the
Hit
fence.
the bottom of the fence, but it's going to be a walk-off double there by Delaney Martell. 2 runs will score. It'll be 13-0 in that game. That will end the game. So we said it. We wanted to end that game with a hit. Delaney Martell almost ended it in grand fashion there with a grand slam. Just misses.
That would have been pretty awesome.
That would have been
if she
awesome.
hit that out.
Would have been awesome as a senior to hit a grand slam to end the game. But that's it. That's going to be the game there. Aaron McCarthy with the win on the mound. Delaney Martell finishes it up with a big hit. And 13-0 is your final score here from Savlosky
Wow,
Field.
she saw the minimum on the mound, right? Other than that one hit that turned into an out at second base on a strike him out, throw him out.
7 strikeouts. Saw the
Great-
minimum in the
great
5
job.
innings. Just a really, really good game all around for this Bedford team. So that makes them 8-8 on the season. Tomorrow they head over to Alvern to play their a huge game for the season. That game will be at 4 o'clock. And it'll be at Alvern. So this is our last home game of the year. Winnicott on Wednesday. Those 2 games are important for their playoff hopes. And as I said, there's some teams that have already wrapped up 10-8. If you can wrap up 10-8, I think you're in the playoffs.
I would say so.
9-9,
yeah, at this point,
you're going to be on the bubble. So it's just going to be a question of where things stand. But again, tomorrow is the next most important.
Well,
game.
you know what? A really nice outing here by the Bulldogs as they finish up the season, or finish up here senior night. What a great night! Saw some great photos of the girls. They got to spend a little bit with their family. So it's a big day. You know, thank you to the parents for schlepping their kids around all over the place. Right? It's a big deal.
It
It
is.
really is. And the grandparents that get to go, coaching staff. Great day, senior night. Thank you to Corey and the folks here at Bedford High, and we appreciate BCTV for having us here. My name is Steve Tempesta. This is Jason Bergeron. So, thank you guys again. Any
Yeah.
last words?
Yeah, no, thanks for a great season. Playoffs, yeah. If the playoffs happen, we're going to be in touch. We'll be right here for those playoff games.
Yep.
And we appreciate BCTV
Yep.
and Bill Jennings and Harry Kozlowski for everything that they do for the sports, and Colleen for everything that they do for sports here
Absolutely.
in Bedford and coverage here.
Well,
So
if there's a playoff game and it's here, we'll be here.
we'll be here. Have a
Thank
good
you.
night.
Have a great
Thank
night.
you.